Okay, everybody. Okay, hi guys. Gosh, that was weird, like a brain fart. Just went like that. Hope you're all doing well today. I just wanted to make a video today about now that Christmas is past, the New Year's is past, it's all gone, it's all over. Welcome, welcome, by the way. What are we going to do for the new year to make the new year better? I'm not talking about resolutions. You know, if you watch my videos, I'm not into all that. But what can we do to make the year better? And I think one of those things that is very important is to declutter your life. Yes, declutter. Declutter your living space of everything. Guys, this summer I filled about 10 or 11 of those huge U-Haul boxes, the big ones. I filled it with stuff. I looked around my home, all the knickknacks, all the stuff in the kitchen, in the bedrooms, in the closets, and I thought, you know what, enough is enough. It's time to go through this stuff. And it felt so good. It was a little hurtful too. It was like, ooh, I'm getting rid of things, but I knew I needed to. Because, you know, it has been proven that clutter in your home that you look at all the time can cause a lot of stress. It can affect you mentally. This is proven. I mean, even like after Christmas, I have what I call my junk room. It's not a junk room really. It's just a spare room where I put extra stuff. After Christmas, it was a mess with, you know, the baggings and the papers and the everything from Christmas. Oh my God, I could not wait to get that cleaned up. It was like, oh my God, it's driving me crazy. Well, I cleaned it up right away. And I walk in now and it's like, oh, it feels so good and peaceful. Because clutter, visual clutter, can really upset you. Whether you know it or not, it causes stress. So literally, I went through my shoes, I went through my clothes, I went through all my kitchen stuff. Guys, I had stuff in my kitchen, enough stuff in my kitchen as though I was still married with 5 kids at home. I had 5 kids. I looked at it all and I thought, what am I doing? I have, you know, a million glasses, cups, mugs, plates, all kinds of, you know, stuff, tons of pans and just all kinds of stuff, a ton of bowls, what have you, and it's just me. And I thought, what am I doing? You know, and even if company comes over, like if my kids come over and we're going to have a birthday dinner or something, we use paper plates. I'm not going to, you know, put out 12 plates. No, we do it simple. We simple it out. Paper plates, plastic cups, throw it all away when we're done. And I thought, what am I doing? Why am I hanging on to all this stuff? It was crazy. So it felt so good to go through everything, even my jewelry. Go through your jewelry, guys. How much jewelry do you have that you haven't worn in years and years and years, either because maybe you're just not a big jewelry wearer anymore, or maybe it's not something you love so much that you think, oh, I'm going to wear this. Or maybe you just have too much. I admit I have a lot of jewelry. But I even went through that because I used to have it hanging on this metal thing to where it was visually there. I could see all my necklaces. And I had tons of them. I still do. But I went through them and picked the ones that I know that I really wear. And I got the others and packed them up and put them away in this thing I have. So that I didn't have that visual clutter of all the necklaces and everything hanging on my wall. Guys, look around you. Seriously, look around your living space, however big or small it is. And do you have papers all over? Do you have mail laying all over? Do you have stuff all over the floor? You know, boxes or containers and all kinds of stuff on the floor. And I understand that some of you may live in a place that's so small you kind of don't have a choice. You know, you don't have a lot of storage. But you can get creative in terms of, okay, how much do I really need to keep of this stuff? And maybe put it in some nice containers. They don't have to be expensive. Even the, you know, the plastic pull-out drawer containers, whatever. Just something to make it look neater. That's all. How many of you have looked at videos like I have and you look in the background and you see so much stuff. Like, I've looked at videos where every inch of their walls are covered with pictures, paintings, drawings, something. I mean, the pictures are like this, right next to each other, all over the walls. Everything's covered on the walls. You look at their tabletops. Every inch of the tabletop is covered with something. Or, you know, not even just one thing stacked here, there. They've got stuff on top of stuff. That's decor. And I look at it and I think, oh my God, I would go crazy. Not only visually looking at so much stuff, but taking care of it, cleaning it, dusting it. I have, you know, a few things on top of my tables. That's it. I got rid of, I used to have a lot of stuff, and I looked around and I thought, no, this is not good. So I went through, excuse me, I went through, and now I have just a few things on top of my, like, end tables, coffee tables, your shelves, what have you. Excuse me, because it was visually, I could feel myself looking at it thinking, oh, this is stressful. How many of you have watched videos like that where you look at their home and you think, oh my God, they have so much stuff? And even those haul videos, I used to watch those, but I stopped. There was one in particular I used to watch, and oh my God, I don't know, Dollar Tree haul, Walmart haul, whatever haul, buy. She's just buy and buy and buy. And I thought, what is she doing with all this stuff? And there was one video in particular where she panned around, and in the background, I could not believe it. Bag after bag after bag after bag. You could see the Dollar Tree, the Walmart, whatever, of just stuff under the kitchen table, under other areas, up against the wall. And I thought, that's all the stuff she's constantly buying. And I've seen videos like that where they just buy and buy and buy, and I'm thinking, what do they do with all this stuff? Just stuff. And that stuff creates clutter. It creates, it takes away the visual, the calmness. Like when you walk into a room, if you see every inch of the walls covered with everything, it actually is kind of, it's unnerving. It's like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's one thing to have a few things up that look nice on the wall, but to have every little space. There are people who, if they see an empty space on the wall, they have to fill it. There was one I used to watch. She no longer does videos, but I swear to you, you would be lucky to find that much space on a wall. Every inch was just covered with something. Every inch of her tabletops, everything. I was lucky to see that much of the table. Declutter. Make that maybe kind of your your goal, to just make your life better in general. Look at your bedroom. Look in your bedroom. Does it feel good when you walk into your bedroom? Do you look around and think, oh, it feels so good to be in here? Or do you see stuff piled up against the wall, on the floors? Just stuff that maybe you can stick away in a closet or in a garage, or if you have a shed, or maybe put it in another room that isn't your bedroom. Or if you have to have it in your bedroom, find some way to conceal it, you know, stack it or whatever. Maybe hang a curtain over it, or put it in some nice containers so that it's just not stuff laying around. Look in your living room. Is your living room full of paper and mail and books that you never read, and stuff that you just drop as you go along the day, you know? That stuff makes your home not only not visually appealing to you, but somebody comes over and it's like, oh my God, look at all this stuff everywhere. Not that it really matters what everybody else thinks of your home, but you know, if you can't look around your home and just feel peaceful, maybe it's because you have too much stuff. In your kitchen, I think of the stuff I got rid out of my kitchen. I could not believe how many boxes I filled. with the things I had in my kitchen that I just don't need and no longer use. I mean, it's just me living alone. Now, obviously, if you have a family or it's more than one or whatever, there might be a lot of things that you still use. But even so, go through and say, well, I haven't used these cake pans in 5 years. Excuse me. There's just so many things that we keep and hang on to, and it just keeps building over the years. When I did my purging of my house this summer, I even gave away things that my mother, that my parents left me, like silver bowls and some silver plates, that type of thing. I'm not one who's going to keep up with sterling silver. I'm not going to be polishing that silver. It's just not me. They got to the point that they were literally black because I'm not going to really use them. I'm not a person who's giving parties all the time, that type of thing. And like I said, if somebody comes over, my kids, whatever, we make it easy. Same like if I go to their house and we're going to have a dinner, we make it easy. Use those paper plates and things because, man, it's too much work to clean up. So I have no use for those type of, fancy silver platters and servers and things. So I gave those to Goodwill. And I'll be honest with you, on the day that they came to take everything, I had, you have to put everything outside. They can't come in your home. So my son Nathan had come to put all the boxes out there because they were too heavy for me to carry. And they were stacked on the front porch. I literally sat in my chair on the front porch, watched them loaded up, and I cried. Yep, I cried. I was watching a huge portion of my life being taken away. And my daughter was like, don't worry, Mom, in a couple of weeks you won't even care. Well, she was right. It wasn't long. It was just a matter of days. And I was like, I looked around and I thought, oh, this is so great to have all this stuff gone. And to me, one of the most important rooms to have looking nice is your bedroom. And your kitchen. And, well, actually all of them. But, your bedroom is where you go at the end of the day. And you need to walk in there and feel like, oh, this feels good. Do you have dirty clothes laying all over because you didn't go put them in the hamper? Or maybe you did the laundry, didn't feel like putting it away, so you just laid it on a chair or whatever. Your shoes laying all over. Just blankets, whatever, laying, just a mess in your bedroom. Well, when you walk into that at night, that does not give you a good feeling. You don't even have to thoroughly make your bed. You can just pull up your blankets to where it's at least straightened and neat. I'm not in the mood to perfectly make my bed every day. It's just me and my dogs, and if they're going to complain about it, then they won't be able to sleep on it with me at night. So at least pull up the covers, just make it look decent. But not have stuff all over. Not have, dirty cups and glasses on your night table next to your bed. Wrappers or whatever from food you may have eaten. If you eat in bed, I don't, because I don't want to attract any bugs into my room. And those bugs are everywhere, no matter where you live. And so when you end your day, you walk in there and you're like, oh my gosh, it feels so good to get into bed. And you look around your room and it's clean and it's neat. And it doesn't have stuff piled all over the floors and your end tables and whatever furniture you have in there. Stuff isn't piled. It's important, guys, to declutter your home. Get rid of stuff. And maybe there's stuff that is causing you a lot of pain, memories, memorabilia that you look at it and you think, God, I feel so down. Either put it away or get rid of it. I did. I got rid of some memorabilia stuff from family that I thought, you know what, every time I look at it, it makes me want to cry because they're gone. Why should I put myself through this? Why not put this out there for somebody who can look at it and go, oh my God, oh, I love this, I'm going to buy this, I'm taking it home, this is so cool. Why not have that thing be used in a happy way instead of me having something that I look at, I go, oh my God, I remember when my mom this or my mom that. Oh my God. No. So, yes, of course I kept some things from my family. I'm not going to get rid of it all. But go through. Maybe you don't need it all. Maybe you don't need all of it. Maybe there's too much around you, because a lot of that memory stuff can bring you down. So think of decluttering that way. You know, your shoes. How many of you have shoes? I, for one, I couldn't believe how many shoes I had. I had the ones in my closet on the bottom, and then on the door in another room where, you know, you hang those things, those shoe holders, whatever. It was completely filled with shoes, and I thought, when was the last time I even used these shoes? I'm not into heels anymore. I'm not going to be wearing high heels anymore. I'm 68 years old. I'll be 69 in April. I'm not wearing high heels anymore. Those days are gone. They're gone. And thank goodness I stopped when I did stop wearing them, which was about 20 years ago. Thank goodness I stopped, because I was always wearing high heels from my 20s, and I actually had like claw toes. You know how they get like claw toes from being in heels? Thank goodness I stopped when I did, because now my toes are normal. And I was even getting bunions. My bunions were pretty out there, you know, how your toe goes in and you got that bunion. Well, now mine, thank goodness I stopped when I did with those heels. Now I just have very slight little bump on the side of my toe, not like it was. Now my toes are normal. Heels are out for me. If I'm going to wear any kind of a heel for maybe something dressy, it's going to be a low one. It's not going to be these high heels like I used to wear. No more. Those days are gone. I mean, go through all your stuff, guys. We hang on to stuff that we think, well, I'll use it next time. Oh, well, that's so pretty. I really don't want to get rid of it. Yet, it sits in a shelf, or on a shelf rather, or in a cabinet, or in a, you know, what are they called? China closet, China cabinet. I used to have those. No more of those. Those, I don't know. Those are just what I call junk stuffers. Stuff to junk, you know, a place to stuff junk in. I used to have those. Just to have things just to look at in there. And I thought, no, I want things in my home that I'm going to use to actually enjoy, you know what I mean? My mom used to have this massive China hutch, I guess you could call it, filled with stuff. Just filled. And I was just like, no, don't want that. Don't want that in my home. And I just think that a lot of you and a lot of us, we just see something and we're like, oh, that's so pretty, I'm going to get that. And then you go and stick it somewhere on a shelf, and that's that. I am now to the point in life where I'm done collecting stuff. If I do want something, I'm going to think of what I can replace with it. Okay, say I see a pretty knick-knack that is unusual or I've never had before. My first thought is going to be, okay, what can I replace with that? Because I don't want to keep adding. I just got rid of a ton of stuff. So unless it's really unique or pretty or something that's really related to something I love, I'm not getting it just because it's pretty. I used to do that. I'd walk into, because I love to thrift shop, guys, Goodwill, thrift stores, that type of thing, you know, garage sales. I'd look at something, oh, that's so pretty, I'm taking it. Well, I ended up in a room, my spare room, filled with a bunch of knickknacks. And I had the mentality of, well, I'm going to switch them out throughout the year so that I have different things in the living room or wherever. Yeah, no, didn't work out. And I thought, time for it to go. And guys, it feels good when you accomplish that. Even something as simple as when I cleaned out my spare room after Christmas. It's nice and neat and orderly now. I walk back and I look, after I do something like that, do a major clean or a major, you know, straightening up, I'll walk back and look at it and go, dang, that looks good. That feels good. You know, oh, that feels good. Because it does. It feels good to look at what you accomplished in terms of cleaning an area up. Because guys, your living space is literally the most important place, because that's what you come home to after work. That's what you're home in all day if you're a stay-at-home person, if you're retired, what have you. and you're home a lot, your home is the most important place. Same with your car. How many of you have a car that look like a junk heap right now inside? Papers and cups and food wrappings and straws and who knows. How many of you open your car and it's filled with stuff, junk, trash? Does that feel good? No, it doesn't. I keep my car spotless. Yes, I do. I have a car from 2005. That's how old my car is. You would never ever know that's how old my car is. The interior is in perfect condition. I keep it clean inside and out because it's valuable to me. My parents gave it to me at a time in my life when life was really hard, and they bought that car for me. And so when I step in my car, it feels good. How many of you open your car door and it looks like an animal was living in there, right? I mean, and I know it's hard with kids. I remember when my kids were young, oh Lord, I'd look back in the back seat and I was like, oh my God, because I'd give them something to eat to kind of keep them quiet, you know, come on. And I'd see the Cheerios and I'd see this, but I was always cleaning it every week. It was like, okay, I got to clean my car because I couldn't stand it. So there's so many areas. Maybe your garage. Maybe your garage is piled to the top. And you open that door to walk out there and it's like, oh my God. And I know all this stuff can be overwhelming. And that's why I say, if you really want to declutter your life and get it feeling more calm, because cleaning and getting rid of a lot of stuff is calming. I mean, think about when you walk into, say, an antique store or a thrift store, you see tons of stuff. Well, me personally, I couldn't live in that. It would drive me insane. You know, something's everywhere, everything on the walls, everything on the shelves. You know how they do it in those stores. They pile what they can because they're out there to sell it. There are homes like that. I can't fathom that. So if you've looked around your house, your garage, your car, whatever, and it seems so overwhelming, don't let it be. Instead, tell yourself, if you really want to declutter, pick one room. Pick one room to start with. Just one. Whichever one you want. Pick one room to start. If you want to start with the smallest, say you have a small bathroom, and you've got crud piled all over the counter in the bathroom, right? You've got your creams, your lotions, your shampoos, your shaving stuff, all your stuff just is on the counters. Ooh, I can't handle that. Cannot handle that. If that's your bathroom, look in there and go, you know what, I can do better. Maybe buy some containers. Maybe put it under the sink. Maybe you have a shelf above your sink, you know, the mirror, what have you. A medicine cabinet, you know. Think of inventive ways to maybe put all that stuff in something so it's at least contained, so it's just not scattered all over your bathroom counter, because that looks messy, it looks dirty, doesn't look good to the eye, it's not comforting. Even your bathroom should be a comfortable place. That's where you shower, that's where you go to the bathroom, you know, brush your teeth, wash your face, whatever, maybe you use it to put your makeup on. You don't want to look around and see all this crud everywhere. Clean it. Declutter it. Put some of that stuff in a certain place. Make sure it's clean. Clean that bathroom. Scrub the walls. Scrub the tub, the shower walls. Scrub that floor, that toilet. Make it sparkle and shine. You can go get these pumice sticks. I get it at a hardware store. It's a piece of pumice on a stick made just for a toilet. It scrubs all that staining from the water and stuff. It scrubs it right out from inside the toilet. Makes it look brand new without scratching it. Make your space, your different rooms, pick one. And it doesn't have to be done in a day, especially if you've got a lot. A room that is a total mess or just full of stuff. Your walls, your shelves, everything. Pick one room and say, I'm going to work on this one, and work on it. Don't say, I'll do 5 minutes today and then wait 3 weeks and do another 5 minutes. No. Literally tell yourself, okay, I'm going to get this room straightened out. I'm going to make it look good and comfy. And I would start with the bedroom if it were me. I'd start with the bedroom because that's where I have to be at the end of the night, at the end of the day. And then, but you choose whichever one you're more comfortable. Maybe the living room because people come over. Whatever. pick a room and set that goal to declutter it and go through everything, guys. Everything, your makeup, your nail polishes, your you know, accessories that you use on your body, any kinds of creams and lotions and oils and all that stuff. I've seen videos where they will open the bathroom cabinet and my gosh, they have enough stuff in there that could take care of 100 people. And I'm just like, no, 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 no. Your cleaning stuff, how much of your cleaning stuff do you not even touch? Maybe it's like something you thought would work well or you needed and then you really didn't. Go through everything, guys. Go through it all. Declutter that house, that home, that room, whatever you live in. Make it comfortable. Because, guys, too much stuff does affect the mind. It does. And the more I see those videos of people that everything on the walls, everything covered on the tabletops, the shelves, just stuffed everywhere, I'm like, no, I can't even fathom that. And I think a lot of people don't even realize it's causing them stress because they're so used to it being around that they don't see it anymore. Take a picture. Get your camera, take a picture of a room, look at it through that camera, and you'd be surprised how different it looks. You look at it and you go, oh my God. You know, I'll even take pictures after I'm done doing something and cleaning a room. I'll send it to my daughter. Look at my room. I've just finished it. Because it looks and feels so good. Do that. Take a picture of some room and look at it and go, is that inviting to look at or is that stressful to look at? Get to it, guys. Get to it. That's one thing to do to help the new year, to maybe make your life a little more calmer and peaceful, and get into that bed at night and look around and go, oh, this feels great. Just an idea. Anyway, I got to go take care of my beans I got cooking. Yes, I love pinto beans with ham. I make them like my mom did. She used to use lard. Yep, I use lard. I use lard. It makes them taste delicious. And then I'll have some with some nice tortillas tonight. Yummy. Oh, I love them. I cook them all day like my mom did. Anyway, guys, think about decluttering your life, your home. It can really make a difference in how you feel at the beginning and the end of your day. So, talk to you guys later, and I hope you're having a good new year. Take care, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.